All right, let's get to some listener questions, Greg. Sam from Colorado. What are some creative ways you've negotiated deals? If you can't make the cash offer that the buyer wants, what are some strategies that you can use to help get the deal done anyway?
Offer more money.
Especially right now. That makes sense. Market rates.
And I'm not even kidding. So I was talking earlier about my strategy in Charlotte. I decided the neighborhood I wanted. I know that I can buy a house at market value. I bought these two houses at market value. I locked them up the morning they came on the market. All right. My creative way of getting deals that I want is that I don't try to get steals on things that I think are great investments. Because if you think something's a great investment, like really a great investment, then you have to find a moron who owns a property that's a great investment and doesn't know it, who can then sell it to you cheap. And if you assume that the world is way too transparent these days to pull that off, everybody's got access to all the data on what property values are. And so if somebody is halfway knowledgeable, they're not going to give you a steal in a strong market. And so the strategy, the creativity is being more creative about your investment thesis than me going to buy cheap houses under value. Like, that's not a creative strategy, okay?
Yeah.
I used caveman lingo there to try to illustrate the idea that if your best idea is to find suckers and buy houses for less than they're worth, you're not going to execute well anymore. The market's too healthy and the industry is too transparent. So get creative on I'll give you a great example, okay? I did a Facebook Live podcast with Investor Fuse yesterday, and they had it was a room full of flippers, or a Facebook Live room full of flippers, right? Mm-hmm. And I introduced this idea of the slow flip. The slow flip is you buy a house at closer to market value. If you can't stand buying at market value because it's against your religion, fine. So buy it at 10% or 11% below market value, which is nowhere near where they usually want to be. But buy it in a place that has that lift that's coming to it, like I've been describing. So you get 6 or 10% appreciation over the next 18 to 24 months, and then flip it. But you got to rent it out in the interim. So you utilize a tenant to give you the ability to create some space in the flip, the slow flip. You don't buy and flip. You buy, lease, mature it over 2 years, and then flip it. You'll want to keep it, actually, by the way. But the truth is that if you're the kind of person that wants to have velocity of capital, and you can do it with some space in between, let the renter generate a cash flow. So for 2 years, you get 5 or 6% yield per year. So you're at 12% in return on your money, that right there. You get 5% appreciation because you chose the market really well per year. So you get 10% more there. You buy it at 10% below market value. You've now found a way to get your returns without requiring somebody to be a sucker and pay you or allow you to pay them under value for the property.